In the heart of Aurelian City stood Silver Hall University, the most prestigious institution in the kingdom. Its towers touched the clouds, and its halls echoed with ambition, rivalry, and whispered dreams. Princes, nobles, and the brightest minds from across the land studied there, but none knew the truth about one quiet student who walked its marble corridors each day. Her name was Ilara Vane. To everyone else, Ilara was ordinary, dressed simply, seated at the back of lecture halls, rarely speaking unless called upon. She carried old books, ate alone beneath cypress trees, and avoided attention. But Ilara was not what she seemed. She was the daughter of Queen Lysandra, ruler of the entire realm. The queen had sent Ilara to Silver Hall in secret, not as a royal, but as a student. Power without wisdom is dangerous, her mother had told her. Learn the world before you rule it. And so, Ilara lived a double life. On her first day, the university announced the Grand Academic Trials, a competition that determined who would earn the Chancellor's Medal, a symbol of brilliance and future leadership. Among the competitors was Lady Corvina Blackwood, wealthy, proud, and ruthless. She believed the world owed her success. "This competition is mine," Corvina declared loudly. "Some of us were born to lead." Ilara said nothing. But when the first test began, a written examination on ethics, history, and governance, Ilara's pen moved calmly, steadily, as if guided by generations of wisdom. When results were posted, murmurs filled the hall. Ilara Vane ranked first. Corvina's smile vanished.
From that day forward, Ilara became a target. Rumors spread. She must be cheating. No one that poor could be that smart. She doesn't belong here. Corvina's allies sabotaged Ilara's projects, hid her books, and mocked her in class. Yet Ilara endured everything in silence. One evening, a young scholar named Rowan Hale approached her. "Why don't you defend yourself?" he asked gently. "You could destroy them with a single word." Ilara looked at the moonlit tower above Silver Hall. "Truth does not need noise," she replied. Rowan never forgot those words. The second trial tested leadership and compassion. Students were assigned to solve a simulated crisis, famine in a border province. Corvina seized control immediately. "We must tax the poor and strengthen the army," she commanded. "Order before mercy." Ilara waited. When the plan failed in the simulation, chaos followed. Only then did Ilara speak. "What if," she said calmly, "we reduce royal luxuries, invest in irrigation, and train locals instead of punishing them?" The room fell silent. The strategy worked flawlessly. Again, Ilara ranked first. Corvina's hatred turned into obsession. On the night before the final trial, disaster struck. Ilara was accused of stealing restricted royal manuscripts from the university archives, a crime punishable by expulsion. The evidence was planted. The witnesses were bribed. The accusation spread like fire. Ilara was summoned before the university council. "Do you deny these charges?" the chancellor asked. Ilara stood alone, her hands trembling, not in fear but in sorrow. "Yes," she said, "I deny them." But denial was not enough. She was expelled.
As Ilara walked away from Silver Hall, rain soaking her cloak, a royal procession entered the courtyard. The crowd gasped. Queen Lysandra herself stepped forward. "My daughter," the queen said, her voice steady, "you have learned enough." Shock rippled through the university. Ilara removed her hood. "I did not come here as a princess," she said. "I came as a student to learn truth, humility, and justice." The queen turned to the council. "And you," she continued, "have failed to protect those values." The truth emerged. Corvina confessed. The evidence collapsed. Corvina fell to her knees, expecting punishment. But Ilara stepped forward. "Power proves nothing," she said. "Character does." She asked for Corvina's expulsion to be lifted, but required her to serve as a teaching assistant, stripped of privilege. The queen smiled. Silver Hall University was reformed that very day. Ilara returned, not as a hidden student, but as chancellor in training. She restructured the trials, rewarded honesty, and ensured that no student was judged by birth alone. Rowan watched her from the steps of Silver Hall. "You were always royalty," he said. Ilara shook her head. "No," she replied softly, "I became one here." And as the bells of Silver Hall rang across the kingdom, the students understood a truth they would never forget. The greatest crowns are earned, not inherited.